Hey friends, Nate Kupish here with Blastoff Studio. I want to share a quick encouragement and a thought for all of us that are creating things around mindset. Mindset has become a really popular topic in the last 10-15 years, and rightfully so. Mindset often dictates whether we feel like we're going to achieve something or we feel like we're going to fail at something going into it. And so it's really important, obviously, that we're aware of our mindset, and especially as people who are creating content, creating strategy, it's important that the way that we think as we step into those moments and sessions is aligned with how we want the turnout, the result to be. So here's the question for today. What if there's no such thing as being behind or being ahead? What if there's no such thing as being behind or ahead? This obviously flies in the face of our culture's motto. This flies in the face of corporate culture where, and I don't say that negatively, but corporate meaning the frenetic pace of our culture to get things done, to hit deadlines, that if you're behind, you need to feel the stress so that you can work your tail off to get to the deadline, and then you can celebrate, but then there's going to be another deadline. And all of this can lead to a lot of stress. And in the creative field, when we add stress into trying to be creative, just in a general sense, it often diminishes the quality that we can create. And so it becomes then a cyclical cycle, because then we get frustrated with the work that we created. And so it's something we want to avoid. So this thought of what if there's no such thing as being behind or ahead? Well, here's why. What if to feel behind is actually to give all of your validation, it's to give all of your energy to another person's preferences, right? So if you're feeling behind, it's often because someone else is saying that you need to get XYZ done by a certain amount of time, which is a good thing. But again, we're talking about mindset. So what if feeling behind is actually bowing down to someone else's preferences and desires? And if you think about it, the only times that we feel behind or ahead is when we ourselves hold ourselves to a standard that's outside of ourselves. So what if we were to think about our work a little differently? Yes, we have things that we need to get done. Yes, there are deadlines, but instead of feeling like I only have 2 hours to get this done, what if we recognize, hold on, I've got this incredible space of 2 hours to create something beautiful, and it's okay. And instead of feeling the pressure of I'm behind, or we get ahead and all of a sudden now we're all excited about it, what if instead of those two things we realize that there's only here, there's only now? This might sound kind of, like just something you'd see on Instagram as far as there's no such thing as being behind or ahead, there's only now, or there's only here. But think about it for just a second. If you go into your work, and this is something that we've been working on as a team, if we approach our work not feeling behind or not allowing ourselves to feel behind or ahead, but recognizing there's only this moment, we don't need to allow the creative process that we're in to be intoxicated by someone else's frustrations or stresses, but we're here in this moment, in this place and time, at this desk, at this studio, at this site, to create something wonderful and beautiful. It really changes how we approach our work.